Angela here, Strike TV Video Country, coming to you from Bounds Autoplex Studios. That's right here in Livingston, Texas. And we got Texas country artist, Aubrey Lynn, England. How are you doing, Aubrey?
I'm good. I'm real good.
I know you had a little bit of a long drive.
Yeah.
Ran into a lot of traffic.
Well, construction, you know how it is.
Yes, ma'am.
Texas way of life, they say.
But you're here with us now.
Yes.
And you're going to sing your new single, which is If Looks Could Kill.
That's right. We're going to put this one out for you guys right now. It's been on the radio for a couple of weeks, so I'm excited that you guys have me down for it. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you, and take it away, Aubrey.
She is the sweetest thing you've ever seen when she smiles. With a heart of gold that would carry you a country mile. Oh, but don't be fooled by the sweet look in her eyes. Even the devil was an angel in disguise. If looks could kill you, you'd be dead right in your tracks. In the blink of an eye, she'd be giving you a heart attack. And with a kiss of death, your whole world would fade to black. Oh, oh, if looks could kill you, you'd be dead right in your tracks. An angel dressed in white with her halo on, and beautiful and blue like the night sky right at dawn. But in a tight black dress and stiletto heels are red. You can't take your eyes off her, baby, you'd be better off dead. If looks could kill you, you'd be dead right in your tracks. In the blink of an eye, she'd be giving you a heart attack. And with a kiss of death, your whole world would fade to black. Oh, oh, if looks could kill you, you'd be dead right in your tracks. Whoa, whoa, if looks could kill you, you'd be dead right in your tracks. In the blink of an eye, she'd be giving you a heart attack. And with a kiss of death, your whole world would fade to black. Oh, oh, if looks could kill you, you'd be dead right in your tracks. Oh, oh, if looks could kill you, you'd be dead right in your tracks.
Oh, love the new single.
Thank you.
And you wrote that, right?
Oh, yeah. I write a whole bunch of them.
All that talent. Well, we're on Strike TV right now, and we're
That's
going to be
right.
coming right back with Miss Aubrey Lynn, England. So y'all don't go anywhere. Right here from the Balance Autoplex Studios, of course. And we're back, Strike TV Video Country, with Miss Aubrey Lynn, England.
Hello.
Man, I love that new single.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. That one was fun to write.
I bet it was. If Looks Could Kill. And I'm sure everybody can find that on CD Baby,
Yes,
iTunes.
you can.
How
It's
about
out
the
there.
website? What's your website?
It's AubreyLynnEngland.com.
Okay.
Pretty easy.
Oh, awesome. And we've got to say, we're very USA, America proud here. And understand you and your husband have served in the Marines.
That's where we met, actually.
Wow.
I did some time overseas, and when I came back, I was in Camp Pendleton, California. and stationed with an artillery battery, 11th Marines. And a lot of people kept saying, you sound funny. You know, they made fun of me a lot in the military. They called me Tex and all kinds, you know,
right.
that twang. Because a lot of them were from the Northeast or somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
you know, good guys. They just made fun of me all the time. They said, you got to meet this guy. He sounds more country than you do. And I was like, well, I don't believe that for a minute.
Uh-oh.
And they said, well, he's from Iowa. So there ain't no way no boy from Iowa sounds more country than me. And sure enough, he came back off a deployment, and I met him for the first time, and he opened his mouth and said, hey, and I said they were right. So
and you fell over.
I did. I about fell over, and we've been like this ever since. So
wow.
he's a sweetheart. Wade and I both served in the Marine Corps for a 4-year contract, and we did another 4 years inactive. But we're both out now totally.
Well, we appreciate your service.
Thank you
really
so much. Thank you.
Definitely. And I understand you did the national anthem.
Oh gosh, I do that everywhere, and it's such an honor, just period, just to be invited to do something like that. But I get to do it at soccer games, and I do it at big live events for military, you know, for the vets, and I do it annually. I make sure that I do it an event in Commerce at Texas A&M Commerce, and it's called the Veterans Vigil. And a good buddy of mine that worked with my dad growing up, he's on the committee, and he says, we got to have you in your dress blues. And I did it one time, and I want to do it every year now because it's just such a special event to be a part of. So I love singing the anthem anywhere, anytime, and it's nerve-wracking, but it's I still tear up every time. It's just moving, you know. It's really cool thing. We're
True
just
American.
We're proud, yeah.
Very proud. Yes, ma'am. Now, you grew up in Garland, Texas.
Right. I was born and raised over in the Dallas area. Grew up in Garland, but Wade and I've lived in Greenville for 7 years now.
Wow. Now, back then you did the Opry as a teenager.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, man. The Garland Opry. I cut my teeth there, you know.
Yes, ma'am.
I started singing there when I was a young teenager and just really got the feel for performing, I guess, more than I had when I was a kid. I grew up with my dad's bands, and I was always the girl singer, you know, on the side singing with Dad. And, I mean, I tell everybody I started singing when I was old enough to talk, you know. So they're like, no way. And I'm like, look at this. I got proof. I was with my dad everywhere he went, and we started singing at the Opry. They'd have a competition there in the summertime, and a little talent show thing. And I started doing that when I was in high school. And I didn't sing in school. I did choir like a little bit in elementary, but then when I was in middle school and high school, I wanted to play an instrument. So I learned how to play the saxophone.
Oh, wow.
I was in the marching band, and so singing I only got to do with Dad, and so we started going to the Opry, and that's my home base right there, and I sure do miss it in the good old days back then, but it was a lot of fun.
So you can kind of say that your dad's the hero, maybe the inspiration behind the music?
Absolutely. He taught me everything I knew about it when I was a kid, you know, and I always watched him. I looked up to him like, gosh, he's Elvis Presley or something, you know. I thought I was so just starstruck by my dad because he was a performer, and he's just such a good musician and a talented writer and an amazing singer. You make me cry now.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Don't do that.
Okay, so let's say maybe some of the country artists. Maybe who's some of the people that you looked up?
Well, the big voices, you know.
Yes. The big voices.
Y'all were just saying that it's like, wow, I get loud. Well, it comes from, you know, I grew up with Reba McEntire and Martina McBride, and even, you know, the singer-songwriter side, Emmylou Harris and Dolly Parton. And I mean, those are the people that I really, you know, the female side of it, I dig real deep into that. But then, of course, you go back on the male side of, you know, George Strait was such a great performer, and Merle Haggard and Waylon and Willie Nelson. I could just dive into records and stay there for weeks with Willie Nelson. I was listening on the way in. I was singing Angel Flying Too Close to the Ground.
Oh, no.
I was like, I wish I could harmonize with that guy. That sounds pretty good.
So that's the next question. If you could open up for anybody, it would probably be
Willie Nelson. Who wouldn't? You know, who wouldn't?
Definitely, yes.
I've had a really great many opportunities to open for so many of these great Texas artists and perform with them. If not on a big festival type show, then the kind of low key things like I'm gonna get to do later tonight that are just kind of a swap environment. And we get to just play acoustic and everybody joins in. Man, those are good times. And I'd say one that really stuck out to me, we were in Fort Worth side, and we were
doing a radio show with Justin, and Pat Green showed up, just like nowhere, out of nowhere.
Out of the blue.
Yeah, and I had just had my second daughter, and he was like playing with the babies, and it was so sweet.
Aww.
And it was just a really cool experience because he was just a really nice guy, and
That's cute.
I told him offline, I said, Pat, I'm not sitting in your lineup tonight, and I'm really heartbroken about this. And he was like, why not? And I said, I don't know, it just worked out that way. And I said, but I've been singing backup vocals for you for over 10 years. You just never heard me before. And he was like, well, you're singing them tonight. So that was really cool. Sweet. And getting to play in front of those kinds of guys is just, man, that's just amazing. Awesome. And to just in front of their crowds. I mean, they're people that love those guys, love you so much, and it's just really cool how they embrace you as a new artist. So I really appreciate things like that and getting to open for those guys. So later in the spring, I get to open for Stoney coming up in a couple
Stoney
months.
LaRue.
So I'm super excited about that. It's gonna be fun.
That's good. Well, tonight I know it's let's see, Sundance Head, and you've got Jody Booth and a few other ones that are gonna be there too.
Josh Ward's gonna be down there, and he's a good old boy, and I think Matt Caldwell's gonna show up, and it's gonna be a real special time. We're over in Cyprus, and I'm kind of excited. I'm without the babies. I'm by myself, flying solo today, so I get to stay down there with some family, and we get to have a good time. Mama needs a little vacation,
You need a vacation. Yes. Yeah, and you know, like I think, what, 4 months? 5 months old now?
He's 4 months, actually.
He's
Sunday.
growing fast now.
He is. He's such a sweetie. I really wanted a boy. I love my girls so much, and I was like, gosh, I just want to experience that mother-son relationship. And man, I'll tell you what, as soon as you get a hold of them, you never want to let go. And I understand.
Aww.
I understand my sister and my nephew and my mom and my brother. Like, it's really an interesting and beautiful bond. Like, it's different from the girls entirely. But all at the same time, they're still your babies, But he's my little boy. And
Your little boy.
I love it.
Aww. No, we've really enjoyed having you here. We really
Thank y'all
have.
for having me. I'm having a good time.
Aubrey Lynn, England. And again, tell them where they can get the single.
They can pick it up on iTunes or CD Baby. You can go to reverbnation.com/Aubrey Lynn England. You can find it there. And all the links will get you there so you can buy it if you want to pick it up. AubreyLynnEngland.com has all my music and my show schedule, so you can keep up with my crazy schedule if you want to.
Hey, we'll do that.
Please do.
And like you on Facebook too. Don't
Yes,
forget about
Facebook, facebook.com/AubreyLynn.YellowRose. That's my band name. And also, I think, where else are we at? Gosh, there's so many. Twitter at TXSongbird27. That's what I was talking about earlier. My phone
social
was going
media,
off.
you gotta love it, right?
Yes.
No, Aubrey Lynn, England. We've really enjoyed you.
Thank you.
Love the music.
Appreciate it very much.
And we wish you all the best.
Thank you. We really appreciate you guys' support down here. So anytime I'm coming through, or even when I'm not, I'm gonna come
holler
by.
at us.
I'm gonna look for that ocean.
The lake.
Ocean
like
Lake Livingston is what Tommy said it was. Yeah. So we'll get down here. I'd love to come back and visit with y'all again.
All right. Well, we'd appreciate that too.
Cool.
All right. Well, Angela here with Strike TV Video Country from Bounds Autoplex Studio.
An angel dressed in white with her halo on, and beautiful and blue like the night sky right at dawn. But in a tight black dress and stiletto heels are red. You can't take your eyes off her, baby, you'd be better off dead. If looks could kill you, you'd be dead right in your tracks. In the blink of an eye, she'd be giving you a heart attack. And with a kiss of death, your whole world will fade to black. Whoa, if looks could kill you, you'd be dead right in your tracks.
You're watching Strike TV. Video country.